The Contra code. um, all right, so let's okay, so the biggest question was people like, what a waste, why do you need so many monitors? Okay, so let me answer that, and before I get into what each one of these does. I am almost 56 years old. I've been sitting in front of computers since I was 20. I went to school for programming when we had the old CRT monitors. I've spent a lot of time in front of computers, which is, as we know now, not good for your eyes. I've had astigmatism since I was as long as I can remember, but it's never been really bad. But as time as time goes by, I mean, your eyes sometimes do start to deteriorate, your vision does. So first off, this is a 2 PC system. Okay, I do not have all these monitors hooked up on one PC. I actually have 3 on each one, and this one over here actually only monitors what's coming through my capture card. Okay, so if I want to see what's actually coming through from this, I cloned this monitor and it shows what's coming out over here. Okay, this also shows when I turn on one of my game consoles. I have my PS4 and my Xbox One over here, as well as a tablet for tablet games, and I have a Nintendo Switch here. All of those go through this box here, through HDMI, and then go into my capture card. And from the capture card, it comes into OBS, and so does this monitor here. So this monitor here is actually, there's a clone of it. This is what I actually play PC games on. There's a clone of it that goes into this system and goes in the capture card. And from the capture card, this just is output. This is just shows you what's going through. Okay, so that's what this one, I mean, this one's not officially a monitor more as it is just a display. Okay, the 3 monitors that I have set up on my gaming system are obviously the one that I play my games on, and these 2 over here. Hang on a second, let me bring this up. Let's go to, hang on, let me go to game screen. Oh, I need to fire up my other program. What I'll do is I'll bring, the whole screen will be what you're seeing in this small one right here. So hang on a second. Okay, so that might help a little bit. All right, so this monitor, I'm sorry it's blurry. It shouldn't be, but I'm, like I said, I'm just getting things working again. So this is the one I play games on, and these 2 are on the system, the gaming system as well. So this one's for obvious reasons. This is the gaming. All right. We are whiteboard with lines and arrow. Oh, that's okay. Up on top here is Voicemeeter Potato. Okay. This is the software mixer that all the sounds from this go into. I can adjust levels of the sounds there. We'll get into more of that in just a minute. And then down here I have my Spotify. I have Discord with the general chat, so if somebody's posting something, I can see it right away. Okay. And then right behind it I have my task manager, so I can keep an eye on the percentage of what's going on. Right now it's sitting at 5%. I don't have a game running. Okay. So sometimes my sound messes up. This happens on everybody once in a while. And if I want to know which computer is causing the problem, I can look at it right away. Boom, it's right there. Full screen. There's my mixer. If those bars are frozen, I know it's something on this computer. That's why that's open all the time. Plus, I can make adjustments to it. Okay. Spotify is because of Spotify. Sometimes I have people ask me what song is playing. I can literally come over here, go right to it, and I can tell you, like right now, the song is Konnichiwa by Essence. Even though it shows up down below, it doesn't show up down below till the song's over, but I can access it quick. And if I want to pause it, I can either pause it manually there, or I can do it through my keyboard. Okay. So those are those three monitors. And that's why they're there. Now, I'm not good at alt tabbing, okay? It'd be very, I mean, if you were doing a system, even if it's a 2 PC system, you could literally have your gaming monitor and one other one if you wanted to see this stuff. Some people don't want to see this. Some people, that's fine for them. I've got control issues. I'm going to be very honest. I want to have complete control and be able to access everything that quick. Not trying to figure out which key, switching over my keyboard over to the other system and doing it. Okay? So also at the same time, everything is large. Okay? It's not small, it's not stacked. Over here, this one's stacked here, but this is a 32-inch screen. Same thing with this over here. And anybody who streams knows, and everybody will tell you it, your stream coaches, your friends, and everybody else. Who dat? And I've got a screen that's not in the right place, so I can see it. Oh, right there. UK Dude with the 15-month. What's up, brother? One of my wonderful moderators there. Thank you so much. Love and hype in the chat, please. Warriors for those that can use them. All right, so easy access. I can look over and I know what it is, but I don't need to look at those all the time. Okay. If somebody says, "Hey, I posted an image of my dog in general chat," boom, I can see it right there. Okay. I'm not clicking over. Oh, I'll get to it later. I can look that quick. My focus is on these monitors right here. This is it. So another thing that people had mentioned is, how do you focus on those? Don't you get a headache? You have to turn your head all the time? No, I don't, because I'm focusing here. This is it. All right. Gaming, OBS. That's a new program that I'm working on. We'll talk about that another time. We'll talk about it another time. This is something that, for those of you that stream, you are going to be very interested in this program here that I'm working with, getting to work properly, and it will alleviate your headaches with Streamlabs and Stream Elements. Okay? It's a program on your system. Your alerts and stuff come through this program instead of relying on it from an outside source. Okay? So this is what I focus on right here. This over here again is, I mean, when I'm playing on console, then I turn this way and I play on the console. I can move my mic out of the way. I can play on console. I still have chat right here. Again, for those of you that stream, if you don't know this already, this is the most important thing besides your gaming. If you can't keep up with the chat and you ignore the people, which I already have a hard time keeping up with it because I get really focused into my games, but it's large, it's right there. You can see it moving through your peripheral vision. This is important. That's why it's large. I can see it at a glance. If I wanted to sit here and wear glasses and bifocals, I wouldn't need all this. But I didn't start wearing glasses for my astigmatism until I was in my 30s. And I hate wearing glasses. Hate it. Okay, so the bigger monitors, which were affordable, okay, I waited for them to come down in price and I got them cheap. Okay. Another thing, and people were all like, "Oh, what a waste of money." You know, "Oh, it must be nice to have money." Let me tell you, if I would have paid full price for everything that I have here, if I had not been very patient, shopped around, waited for things to go on sale, saved my money so I could afford it, and then all of a sudden got very fortunate and very lucky when something went on sale and was like, bam. For example, 1080 Ti in my gaming system when I first built this, they were going for $1,000 back in 2017, in September of 2017, and I knew that's the GPU graphics card I wanted, okay? I was saving my money. I put everything in an Amazon wish list that I was keeping my eye on, okay? It's not hot in here, actually. So every day I would check to see if the price had changed. Every day I'd see if the price had changed. And that $1,000 GPU went on sale for $750. And I had $750 because I've been saving for it. So you know what I did? I bought it. Okay. So right there, right now you can't even touch that graphics card. And when you can touch them, they're $1,200 and you're lucky if it's not used. So right there was like $300 I saved. Okay, a third of the price. Okay, much of the stuff that I bought was about a third of the price of what it would go for. So again, know what you want to build, be patient, keep an eye on it. All right, there are deals, things change price every day. Things change, not everything that you want changes price every day, but things change price all the time. Supply and demand, stuff like that. I kick myself in the butt because when they announced the new like 2080 line, the 2000 line of GFX and stuff like that, this same graphics card went down to like $660 brand new, and I was like, I know it's going to drop some more. I'm going to wait because I was thinking about buying a backup because you never know when a graphics card goes out, and when you need one and you don't have one, you're in trouble. So I was watching it and I'm like, I swear, if that thing goes down to $500, I'm going to buy 3 of them, because then I'll have a backup and then I'll be able to pass the savings on to somebody else. Because I do that. I'm sorry. I'm a nice guy. I'm sorry about that. If you hate me for it, learn to love it. Unfortunately, they never did, and then they skyrocketed. And so, so what do I have on my other monitors? Okay, so these 3 big monitors come off of my stream machine. Okay, obviously we talked about chat. So very important to be able to keep up with your chat and to be able to access it and see it easily. And as big as it is, like I said, if I'm over here focusing on game, I can see when that chat moves. And I can look over real quick to see if it was somebody talking to me, you know, boop, that quick. Okay, not me going like this. Like, what happened in the chat? And I mean, my son's a streamer. He'll have a monitor right here, like say a 24 or 27 inch, and he'll have chat, he'll have Discord, he'll have OBS all right here. I can't do that. And I hope his eyes stay that good forever. I honestly do. So I couldn't do that. So why do I have that? I've explained it. Up here, this has got the most amount of programs on it, okay? But I do have 2 mice, okay? This one works. You can probably see it over there. It works this one, and it also in chat. Is that a vape? It is. I do vape. So this being the program, I can switch. I can switch things here. If for some reason my closed captioning crashes, I can click on it real quick, reload it, restart it, come back up to it. OBS is right here, and Voicemeeter Potato is on this system too, because I'm a control freak. Ask anybody. Ask Minnesota Inc. Okay. The nice thing about this, other than it's a pain in the neck to set up, this makes it so I can talk to this, and this one talks to this one. Okay, so my game sound goes through the network and comes through to this one, as well as the music. You can see it right here. This is all the sound coming through my gaming laptop. I can adjust the volumes here. It comes through here. It goes into OBS. It's complicated, but once you have it set up and it's working properly, which literally, without Contranate helping me through this for over 3 days, I mean probably 6 hours each one of those days, I would not have been able to do this myself because I'm old and technology still eludes me extremely. So this one and this one over here, they talk to each other. I can adjust. Let me get over here first of all. The reason why it's important to do this as opposed to a hard mixer is on this, I can adjust the volume for what I hear, different from what you hear. So like my scare alerts, and I do have scare alerts, please don't hit one now. My scare alerts and the sub alerts and stuff like that are much louder to me than they are to you, because sometimes I get focused and my hearing is going bad too. Sometimes I have to have it up louder so it gets my attention. That's why I can adjust the game sound. I can adjust everything that's sound wise throughout my system. I can completely adjust how loud you hear it versus how loud you hear it. Makilimanjaro, thank you so much for the 15 months, brother. Thank you, thank you. Can we get a shout out for Makilimanjaro, please? So that's why I have those two. It's not another device and 800 cables. This uses virtual cables. It's another software, okay? So I don't have a hard mixer. I don't have a bunch of cables running off of it. I don't have a bunch of adapters adjusting the cables so that you can input them into a mixer. It's amazing. Pain in the neck to hook up. Pain in the neck to get it working properly. If you are super technical and you've worked with sound before, you might be able to do that yourself, okay? It's definitely more advanced. Don't worry about this until you're running a 2-PC system and you really want to get that much control out of it. It's not necessarily necessary. It's just one step over. All right, so that's why I have that there. So these are my main access programs. These are the ones that my OBS, I can see how I'm doing. If I'm dropping frames, I can see, or if somebody tells me my closed captioning is busted, I can come over, click on it real quick, fix it. Then I can come back to my other program. And this is what's doing the alerts that you see and also doing these types of things. It's all being done through this program. And like I said, follow me long enough and I'll post it on Twitter as well as soon as this program is less buggy and I get it all figured out, because if you go to figure it out, you might be able to figure it out a lot easier than I did, but I want to be able to help you. Again, if you hate me because I'm a nice guy, that's too bad. Get used to it. All right. So that's why I have that there. Easy access. I can visually see it in a heartbeat. Over here, I have my Twitch dashboard, which is sort of like backup because I can see chat. Wait, I don't even have it set right. Okay. So not only I can see the alerts that come through, so that way if for some reason they don't show up in chat or I miss what it is in my OBS, I can look over here and see what it is. So when I hear it, I can look over here and see what it was. I can see everything that's going on right there recently. And then I also have chat over here. This is Twitch chat because sometimes things don't highlight as well. And this is Streamlabs Chatbot, which is a great program, except for Streamlabs does not make the improvements that this needs for it to be a 100% everybody should use it chat program. Okay? As you'll notice, it doesn't highlight anything. So like when you @ somebody, it doesn't highlight it like that. It doesn't, there's a lot of things that it doesn't do. So what I do is I have this over here. So once in a while out of the corner of my eye, I can see if maybe I missed a message to me in chat. And I can look over here and then I can come back over, because I really can't read that over there, but I can see when something's highlighted. So I can look over here and find it and see what is going on there. Also, again, I have my task manager sitting here. This is my task manager up here. So it shows the percentage that my system is eating up. Right now it's sitting at 23%. That's with OBS running and everything else. I'm sorry that this image is blurry again. I don't know why that cam up there is blurry. It probably just needs to be wiped down. So that's why this is here. And then I have Discord. Why do I have Discord here and Discord there? Like I said, that one's just for checking out images that somebody might have posted. This one up here is for me chatting with the people I'm playing with. Because when I play, I mostly play with my viewers, and they are invited into my Discord so that we can chat together and have hopefully more successful games. But it's companionship, it's friendship, it's having a good time with people. It's just like if you, I mean, and really people that come here and hang out and play with me, they're my friends. So when you go and you play a game with your friends, like a lot of people that I play with don't have people to play with. So they can come in and play with us. We chat together. We have a good time. It's that level of fun. Noob question, how is the chat so zoomed in on the vertical monitor? Let me see. Let me see if I can, if I don't, you're talking about this run right here, right? The program opens it up full size, plus let me see what I have that monitor set at. Display settings, this one here. Nope, that's at 100%. This is 100% scale for that monitor, for that chat. And that is a chatbot program. That's not break off from Twitch chat. So that's the program itself. And if I remember correctly, in the settings somewhere, you can pick font size and stuff like that. You can adjust it and manipulate it all you want. Like I said, this is a wonderful program, but Streamlabs needs to go in and actually make it better. Okay, because in my opinion, what Streamlabs does, because this didn't used to belong to Streamlabs. This program used to belong to, it used to be called Onkbot. Wow, it actually spelt it right. And they were constantly advancing, constantly improving it. And then Streamlabs was just like, oh, we got to have that. And they took it over. And since then, they've made a couple of minor changes, a couple of bug fixes, but they're not advancing it. And Streamlabs loves to do that. They love to let things, in my opinion, they love to let things sit there and not work properly while they move on to new things. You know, they took this over right before they came out with Slobs, which is Streamlabs OBS, which I still refuse to use because of the problems I've had with Streamlabs. And a lot of people complain about problems they're having. Now they're still having problems with Streamlabs, and they moved on to this new thing where you can have a custom URL. And they're not fixing what they already have. They're not fixing what they have and improving what they have and making it better. They're just like, here's something, it kind of works. Let's move on to this one. Oh, look, we have this. We're the first ones to come out. That's not the way I prefer to do business, and that's not the kind of place I prefer to do business with. And let's face it, streaming, whether you're getting paid for streaming or not, it's still business. Whether somebody charges you for a service, they offer you a service. If they don't charge you for it, honestly, they need to still provide the proper support and everything else. How do you like the curved monitors compared to the flat ones? Honestly, I'm so used to them. I don't really notice a difference anymore. And the reason why I went with curved monitors, and I posted this in my Twitter post, but I know that it blew up. It was crazy, and a lot of people didn't get to see everything. I saw most of it. The curved monitors were cheaper than flat monitors. Plus, because they're curved, they're wider, right? So a lot of people don't like them. So they were the big thing. They were expensive when they first came out, and the price on them dropped like crazy. So since they're wider for using it vertically, this gives me a lot more chat to look at, right? A lot of people had commented also, they're like, oh man, I tried looking at a curved monitor like that and it gave me a headache. I can't answer why that happens to you. It might be something that you just get used to, or it may be just that they're too close to the monitor. My monitors are literally, where's my tape measure? Okay, my monitors are almost 2.5 feet away from my face. My desk is 30 inches deep. So maybe because it's farther away and other people were like this, and it was like, yeah, I could see that possibly being a problem. So here come the tape measure. But that's why I have. I mean, it's a 2 PC system. The specs on what's inside of them is down below. Let me get off of this real quick. Whoops, wrong screen. Let me get over here. So the specs are down below. If there's something missing from the specs, please just message me. Jump into Discord and message me. I'm usually pretty good about answering everything. As far as that program up there, you will be hearing more about it once I figure out all the other things. The ovarian cancer is huge importance to me for the awareness. I'll get into that in just a minute. I don't have that light on right now because with the new setup, the lighting is acting a little different. But originally I got that to help light up my face, especially when I'm wearing a ball cap. But because my lights are in different places now, I'm still kind of getting things figured out there. I'm just happy that everything's working right now. So, is all the monitors necessary? No. If I wanted to wear glasses, I could probably get away with maybe three monitors. People with good eyes could, even with a 2 PC system, could do it on 3 monitors. But for me, as much as I like to have control over things, easy viewing access without sitting there going, okay, Alt, Tab, bringing it, I mean, literally, that's how it would be. That's how it would be. And the thing is when you're streaming, the last thing you want to be doing, like my start of the stream when things weren't working right, is fumbling around trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. Also, when I pull something up on my streaming machine, it's going to show up on the screen. Or no, I'm sorry. If I pull something up on my gaming machine, it's going to show up on the screen if you don't have other monitors. When other things show up as overlays when you're using a PC, a regular single PC system. So that is exactly why I do that. Nashoba, thank you for the host, and anybody else that I might have missed. If you have any other questions, I hope you understand why I have the monitors the way they are. This is not chest beating, I got more monitors than you. This is something that makes streaming more comfortable for me. It also makes it it's actually less distracting from my stream. Okay, except when I'm sitting here and telling you guys about it. All right, so I mean, I can easily look. I don't even look at these monitors unless something's going on or somebody tells me they posted something in Discord, because I don't want to have this Discord over here sitting in between everything. I just leave this one literally on my Discord, and I sit here in my chat room, and I just leave it like that. I have moderators that handle who gets to come up into my chat room, because it's not just open to anybody that wants to jump into it for obvious reasons, trolls. So I have moderators that handle moving people up and down with that. I used to do it myself. And then I can look over here real quick to see images if somebody posted it. And that, I mean, it's just easy access for me. Could I have more? I could. Do I want more? I think it's more so I just don't really have room for anymore. Does it get warm? LED monitors really don't put off that much heat. I'm in a well-ventilated room, and it doesn't get hot in here unless it's, I mean, summertime when it's hot. But I have central air too. Very fortunate for that. I know a lot of people that live in other countries don't have air conditioning. In the U.S., we're very spoiled most of the time. I'll admit it, but we do pay that price for it. My house pretty much all year long stays at somewhere between 72 and 75 degrees. That's pretty much just a permanent thing. I can't let it get too cold. I have a parrot, and a parrot needs to be at least 65 degrees with a specific humidity. Creo, thank you so much for the 16 months, dear. How are you? How old is your parrot? We got him as a hand-fed baby when he was like 7, 8 months old. And I think we've had him, he's about 16 years old, something like that. He's a pain in the neck, and he gets really loud, especially during the day when it's light outside. You'll hear him. I do stream during the day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. A lot of people are like, what's that screaming noise? That's what it is. Eventually, I will have a temporary perch, like a portable perch right here, and he'll come down and hang out with us as long as he's behaving. So you'll get to see him eventually. Like I said, I'm just getting everything reset up in here. There's going to be a lot of changes. I actually have something that I'm mounting to the ceiling that will electrically drop a green screen down behind me and pull it back up when I want to. I have a lot of things going on. Why don't you use a green screen anymore? Because a lot of people don't like to see green screen. I've watched people sit there and go, I won't watch streamers that use a green screen. So I figure if I mix it up, what I'd like to do is when I go over to my game screen is have it switch and actually just have me like it used to be. But then when I come here to the pre-game screen is have it back the way it looks right now. So it's coming. It's coming. Instead of green, and plus the bird's not going to show up on the green screen. It's a green Amazonian Eclectus male, and they are green mostly. You just see a yellow beak. Should come out of a locker when the stream starts, shouldn't he? Oh my goodness. Does the light change color when someone subs? It's supposed to. Let me make sure it's running. Why is Twitch disconnected from it? Hang on a second. That's why it's not. You know what? Let me, there we go. Why is Twitch disconnected? Oh, you know what? I'll bet, it's been 30 days. Every 30 days it wants to reconnect things. And now I have to remember where the heck it is. Bot settings, view settings, chat settings, general, chat commands, cooldown. Where the heck? Overlays, system settings. Oh, yes. Oh, it's working. Madman, duh. Thank you for the 11 months, my friend. Thank you for the continued love and support. I appreciate it. It's weird because I mean it's connecting. It's showing it. I don't know why it's saying it's not connected. Subscribers, follows, bits, donations, Mert Extra Life, chat settings, home. It says it's on. I don't understand why. It says it's not connected to Twitch. I'll figure it out. But it's working. So, and thank you again thank you guys for the resubs. All right. So before we move on, and I know there's a few people here that started following me from the tweet over the last couple of days. Questions. Now's the time. I hate to see your actually Bushy Beard. It's not that bad. Like I said, I mean every monitor nowadays is LED. They're all Energy Star efficient. Samsung is really good about that. The PCs have, I think they are 800 watt power supplies. Those probably use the most. Again, the lights are LED, and even the light on Olive is. Where is she? Why did that cam move way over there? Hang on 1 second. Wow, that's weird. And she's upside down too. Hang on. Let me fix that right now. There she is. All right, so, all right, internal components are now using less wattage than they did years ago. Yeah. So again, I mean, it's not making a huge difference in the electric bill. Did I miss any questions? Internet is being poopy, so I can't stream. Oh man. I'm scared to ask how much this whole setup cost you. I mean, because I bought it over time, I never really sat down and figured out. I mean, if I have some time, and usually my days are pretty busy, I can, you know, if I have some time, I can go through the list of what all I have. I can figure out what I paid for it and how much it would have cost had I not been very careful and very patient and waited. Some things there's just no getting over the price. You're gonna pay the price whether you like it or not. But some things do go on sale, especially when a newer product of the same thing comes out. So, are you running two computers? It's a two PC system. The white one here, and then there's another black one behind. They're exactly the same case, just one's black and one's white. I could have went both white, but I kind of wanted different color. So yeah, the yin and the yang. I wanted to keep things balanced. Thank you, Abel. Other questions? Just cooked up mass pasta and had some wine. Feeling good. Good. Kind of pasta? Is that lasagna? Or mastacholi? How long have you been streaming? I started streaming almost 2 years ago. I think my first day of streaming was September 28th of 2017. So we're coming up on a 2-year anniversary for that. I made affiliate in like 14 days on October 11th and was very, well, fortunate during an unfortunate situation. In 6 months I was partnered, which is almost unheard of. So, was it hard getting popular? I wasn't trying. Does that make sense? I mean, literally, when I built my computer, it was to game. Computer, be quiet. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, so let me get into the beginning of the story here. Okay, for those of you that are new here, you'll notice the ovarian cancer thing. The reason, and I'm trying not to get emotional, so bear with me. The reason why it's such a big thing for me is that my wife was diagnosed in June of 2017 with ovarian cancer, stage 3, major surgery and chemotherapy for 6 months. She was off of work for 7 months to get through it. I took 6 months off of work to be here because we couldn't afford a nurse, and she needed to take her meds every 3 hours. I needed to make sure she got fed, make sure that we could, I drove her back and forth to get chemotherapy and all that other stuff. So I was home literally every day for 6 months, and I wanted to play some games with my friends. And unfortunately, all my friends quit playing on console. And so I was told by Menace Inc., you need to build a PC and come play games with us. So at the time, I had been watching a lot of people on YouTube I watched my friends that were on Twitter or on Twitch, sorry, and I wanted to play PUBG, which, cut to the chase, I suck at PUBG. I'll never play it again. I still love watching it and still support the people that I was supporting back when I started watching before I started streaming. So I wanted to build a computer that could play PUBG. At the time, PUBG was like the most taxing game on people's computers because it was still early access, but I wanted to build a computer that I could at least play PUBG on and then possibly other games with my friends. And so I figured out what I was going to need with help from my friends. They helped me decide where I wanted to go. I wanted to make sure that it was a computer that I was going to be able to use for a few years instead of being outdated in 6 months, which we all know happens all the time. You have to have light. Exactly. So I built the computer. I started playing some games with my friends, and Minnesota Inc., who's been a very, very good friend of mine for a very long time, and I've worked with them before, says, you might as well stream. I mean, your computer is set up for it already, and the famous words, who the heck is going to want to watch some old guy play video games? Who the heck is going to watch who the heck is going to want to watch some old guy play video games? And here I am, almost 2 years later. So I was streaming because I had the time. Did I grind to get where I'm at? No, honestly, no. I was here. I was here taking care of my wife. I had 16 hours a day. I had 20 hours a day. I had 12 hours a day. I had as much time as I wanted to sit here, and every 3 hours I would take a 10-minute break. I would go up and take care of my wife, and I would come back down. Okay, so being the game that I was playing, which is, for those that don't know, I'm a Dead by Daylight main. That's what I was playing, and it's a very amazing community. And because I was on so often, I was seen by a lot of the larger streamers that played Dead by Daylight. And I used to dye my beard teal blue, okay? Basically, like Bill looks here on my screen. Hang on a second, let me get rid of this. Pretty much, except for the hair, except for the hair over here, except for the long hair, that's kind of how I looked. I was dyeing my beard teal every 2 weeks for ovarian cancer awareness, and I started doing that months before I started streaming. So did I do it for attention to stream, to get popular? No. I did it to get the attention of people so that I could share with them the early signs and symptoms of ovarian cancer, which are very overlooked. So I caught the eye of some of the larger streamers. They appreciated the message that I was doing. It's also a family-friendly stream, which rarely anybody does. I know about a small handful of family-friendly streams. What screen do you play DVD on? This one. the one that has Bill on it, the one that you're looking on there. Give me 1 second. This one here. This is the one I actually play on. So I got some pretty decent sized hosts. I got a lot of people that appreciated what I was doing. A lot of people that, being that cancer is a 1 in 2 chance nowadays, we've all been affected by it. So people felt where I was coming from. Again, I'm trying not to get emotional, so bear with me if I stall. And they've become wonderful members of the community. They followed. They hung out. They supported me as much as they could as far as hosts and raids, bringing new people over here. And I love them to death. Every one of them. Even if I've forgotten their name and forgotten that they've hosted me, they are the world to me. Not just because I made partner. Mostly because you see that number down there? You see I have over 1 million views? That's over 1 billion people that I've exposed ovarian cancer awareness to. That's what's important to me. So, it is. If I wish somebody, give me a minute. I wish somebody had exposed me to this information years ago, because those are the early signs and symptoms, possibly, of ovarian cancer. And my wife suffered from these for many months and kept putting it off because she didn't think it was anything serious. And then when I finally dang near threw her in the car because it was like a week and a half that she was having an upset stomach and all these other type of things, we went to the doctor. They ran a regular blood test and urine test, and they said there was nothing wrong with her because there is no blood, urine test, or anything else to detect ovarian cancer. And we didn't know this. We were just, like everybody else. And they did that for like 7 or 8 months. They even talked my wife out. After the first time we got a doctor's appointment, they talked my wife out of doing a CT scan. Because, that's radiation and that's with you forever. So, had we known this, just like I inform everybody, if you're having these issues, it doesn't necessarily mean you have cancer. It could be something else, but you need to be strong with your doctors. You need to let them know exactly what's going on. Like, I'm having this issue. It's happening like very frequently, and it's lasting for long periods a day. Okay, that right there should be enough for a doctor to turn a light bulb on above his head and start looking for something else. Okay, as opposed to, well, let's run a blood test and a urine test. Oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Check back with us if it continues. Because basically with the problem these days with painkiller addictions, doctors are very quick to assume that you're a drug addict looking for painkillers. I mean, my wife is also used to have chronic migraines, and they treated her like that for 7 years before I put my foot down and I started yelling at doctors and they started taking us more serious. So you need to know the best fight against any type of cancer is early detection and making your doctor aware that you are informed that this could possibly, the problems that you're having could be something else, and you don't care about their painkillers. You just want to feel good and be healthy. You need to put your foot down, and if they're not willing to look further for you, say, then you know what, who's one of your colleagues, because I don't trust you anymore. No doctor wants to hear that. You are their bread and butter. Be strong, be aware, and do me a favor and help me spread the word. The earlier that you catch cancer, the greater the chance of succeeding in getting rid of it.
I mean, stage one, usually if it's stage one, you cut it early enough where it's just the tumors, they can find them, they can remove them, and you move on with your life happy and cancer free. Stage three, which is what my wife is diagnosed with, means that it has spread from the tumors. It's now at that point, once it's spread from a tumor, it's pretty much throughout your body. And now you're going to play the battle game, which is what we're going through now. And I don't wish that of anyone. So help me spread the word. We all know people with ovaries. Just insist that they look up ovarian cancer awareness, because any website that deals with ovarian cancer awareness is going to have that list right there, if not longer, maybe a little bit shorter, and some information on it. And let's save some people. So that led me into where I am today. Any other questions? And thank you guys for putting up with that and listening to it. I do appreciate that. Currently has to have second testing done because her mammogram had changes. Yeah, I mean, we've all been, one way or another, we've all been affected by either directly or somebody that we know, a friend or a family member who has dealt with cancer. So it's scary. In the 70s, the chances of getting cancer were 1 in 8, and now it's 1 in 2. And chemotherapy is poison, literally, and it's literally disgusts me that that's the only option that we have. And some people, I was just recently looking some things over. Some people, especially people that have kids, and the doctors are recommending chemo, and they say, no, thank you. We're going to go to some alternative form for a cure for this. They've actually gone through family services and forced these people to put their kids in chemo and radiation for their own well-being. So catch it early so that you don't have to be exposed to something that has almost as great of a chance of giving you cancer as it does of curing you of it. And I won't get into the politics. Not today. Catch me another time. Okay. Questions? Any more? The system. About me. Anything. I'm an open book right now. Let me bring this back up. Gameplay time. Eight Leg Bomb, how are you? Good to see you. Poison Heart, I saw you earlier. Sorry, I was on a roll. I know you understand.
Oh, yes.
Who dat? Abel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to my Teal Warrior crew. Also, for those that don't know, if you were either gifted a sub recently or you joined and you subscribed, if you jump into Discord and message me with your name, I don't even have the stickers here. I haven't got my stickers here. I have 2 Stream Dad stickers that I send out to all of my subs. All I need to know is where to send them. I've done this for a long time, and I have it's been my pleasure to send out these stickers. They have a picture of it's a animated picture of myself, and it'll say Teal Warrior Crew, and the other one just says twitch.tv, and then they both have little ovarian cancer ribbons on them as well. I've literally been doing that for about 1.5 years. So all I need to know is where at, and thank you so much. Can we get some love? Did we get enough love and hype? I don't think we got enough love and hype for our new Teal Warrior. And exclamation point warriors for those who are subs. to flood those too. For those that are new here, if you're not subbed, you can still participate in the activities in chat by typing !hype or !love and a few other things, and it will spam the chat for you with the channel emotes. Or you're more than welcome to use hype and love emotes from other streamers. You know, if you sub to them, you've paid for that right. I have no problem with you using those, as long as they're not lewd. And again, this is a family-friendly stream. Please watch your language and behavior, not only in my chat, but if you come to play with me, also in my voice chat as well.